a uniquely human domain. Section 4. The realm of values, ethics, empathy, and purpose. Ethics, empathy, purpose. Beyond common sense, humans operate within a framework that is entirely alien to artificial intelligence, a framework of values. Our decisions are not just guided by logic and data, but sense of ethics, capacity for empathy, pursuit of purpose. These are not programmable variables. They are core aspects of human consciousness. An AI can be programmed to follow a set of ethical rules, but it cannot, feel the weight of an ethical dilemma. It can optimize for a given objective, but it cannot ask whether that objective is morally right or just. This makes human oversight and judgment absolutely indispensable in any situation with meaningful consequences. Consider the role of a manager who has to make a decision about layoffs. An AI could be tasked to identify the least productive employees based on performance metrics. It would execute this task with cold, data-driven efficiency. A human manager, however, faces a much more complex problem. They must consider the data, but they also weigh other factors. Long-term loyalty, role as a mentor to others, personal impact on their family, effect on the morale of the remaining team. This is a decision that requires not just analysis, but wisdom and compassion. The ability to connect with the humanity of the people involved. Empathy is perhaps the most powerful of these human-centric skills. It is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Customer service, sales, healthcare, education, empathy is not a soft skill. It is a critical driver of success. An AI can answer a factual question, but it cannot comfort a distressed patient, build a relationship of trust with a client, inspire a discouraged student. These interactions are built on genuine human connection, the feeling of being seen and understood by another person. As AI handles more of the transactional and informational parts of our jobs, the relational, empathy-driven components will become more, not less, important. They will be the core of our professional value. Finally, humans are driven by a sense of purpose. We seek to do work that is meaningful, that aligns with our values, and that contributes to something larger than ourselves. An AI has an objective function. A human has a why. This allows us to set goals, to define a vision, and to motivate others to work toward it. A leader doesn't just manage tasks. They articulate a purpose that inspires a team to do their best work. An artist doesn't just generate images. They create art that expresses a point of view or evokes a specific emotion. This capacity to define purpose and to imbue our work with meaning is the ultimate source of human agency and direction. Section 5. True creativity. Asking the unasked question. While generative AI can produce astonishingly creative outputs, it is crucial to distinguish between its form of creativity and human creativity. AI's creativity is combinatorial. It excels at exploring possibilities within a defined space. It can generate thousands of variations on a theme, remix existing styles, produce novel combinations of learned patterns. This is an incredibly powerful tool for brainstorming and exploration. However, it is fundamentally a response to a prompt. It operates within the boundaries set by the human user. The AI answers the question. True human creativity is about asking the question in the first place. Curiosity, dissatisfaction with the status quo, a sudden, intuitive leap of insight. It is about challenging the underlying assumptions of a problem. An AI might be able to design a more aerodynamic car based on existing principles of physics and engineering. But it was a human who first asked, what if the engine didn't run on gasoline? What if the car could drive itself? This type of frame-breaking, paradigm-shifting thinking comes from a deep understanding of the world, a dissatisfaction with its current state, the imagination to envision a completely different reality. It is about seeing what isn't there and asking, why not? This is the difference between problem-solving and problem-finding. AI is becoming an expert problem solver, capable of finding the optimal solution within a given set of constraints. Humans, at their best, are problem finders. Identify the new challenges to be solved, the unmet needs in the market, the social injustices that need to be addressed, the new scientific frontiers to be explored. A creative director doesn't just use an AI to generate logos. They first conduct deep research to understand a company's soul. What is the core message we need to communicate visually? The AI can help explore answers, but the human frames the essential question. Therefore, the future of creative work is not about competing with AI in the generation of content. The question asker, the visionary, the strategist, the curator define interesting problems, set compelling creative directions, use our unique taste and judgment to select and refine the outputs of our AI tools into something truly meaningful and original. The AI can explore the possibility space with incredible speed. The human provides the spark of curiosity and intent that defines the space in the first place. The machine generates options. The human provides the vision. Section 6. Complex communication, the art of connection. Finally, one of the most durable human advantages lies in complex communication. While an AI can generate clear, well-structured text or even carry on a simple conversation, it struggles with the nuanced, multi-layered, and relational aspects of human interaction. Real communication is not just the transmission of information. It is the building of relationships, the negotiation of meaning, the alignment of people toward a common goal. It involves reading body language, sensing the mood of a room, adapting your message on the fly based on audience reactions, telling a story that persuades, telling a story that inspires, telling a story that reassures. These are deeply embodied social skills, honed over a lifetime. Think of a high-stakes negotiation. An AI could be fed all the data and suggest a theoretically optimal opening offer. But a skilled human negotiator does so much more. They build rapport with the other party through small talk. They observe subtle non-verbal cues to gauge priorities. They tell a strategic anecdote to frame an issue in a new light, and they know when to push and when to listen. They are managing not just a transaction, but a human relationship. This delicate dance of logic, emotion, and social intelligence is far beyond the current capabilities of any AI system. This skill is equally critical in leadership and collaboration. A great manager knows how to give difficult feedback in a way that motivates rather than discourages. A great team member knows how to explain a complex idea to a colleague from a different department, translating their own expert language into a metaphor that everyone can understand. A great presenter can take a dry, data-heavy topic and weave it into a compelling narrative that captures the audience's attention and makes them care. This is the art of connection, tailoring the message to the person and the moment to achieve a desired outcome, whether that is clarity, consensus, or inspiration. As AI automates the more routine aspects of our work, the time and energy we have for this kind of high-level communication will increase. Our professional value will be judged less on our ability to write a perfect report and more on our ability to present that report's findings in a way that convinces the executive team to act. It will be judged less on our technical skill in isolation and more on our ability to collaborate effectively with a diverse team to build something new. The future of work is deeply human and deeply social. The ultimate competitive advantage will be the ability to connect, persuade, and lead other people. Section 1. The transformation of manufacturing, from operator to optimizer. The manufacturing sector has been at the forefront of automation for decades. Robots performing heavy lifting. Robots doing repetitive assembly tasks. The introduction of AI marks a new, more profound phase. Traditionally, a factory worker might operate a specific machine. They might perform manual quality checks. They might follow rigid instructions to assemble a product. Those roles required precision and consistency, but they were often a series of repeatable physical and cognitive tasks. AI and smart robotics are poised to take over physical labor, and also the routine decision-making that accompanies it. Imagine a smart factory where AI oversees the entire production line. AI systems monitor thousands of sensors in real time. They predict when a machine will need maintenance before it breaks. They analyze camera data to spot microscopic defects. They adjust speed and flow to optimize energy and output. Humans no longer just operate one machine in the chain. AI becomes the primary operator, managing minute-to-minute execution. It handles the predictable and repetitive work. This elevates the human from operator to optimizer and problem solver. Their new role is managing the AI-driven system itself. Instead of only running a machine, they train the AI. They set the AI's parameters. They troubleshoot novel problems the AI can't solve. They become the human in the loop, an expert technician for anomalies. Their job requires deeper process understanding and digital literacy. Focus shifts from physical repetition to system-level thinking. The most valuable employee will be the best collaborator with the intelligent system. Responsibilities include interpreting AI-generated dashboards, identifying opportunities to improve the workflow, working with engineers to implement those improvements. They might use augmented reality to perform complex repairs, guided step by step by AI. Work becomes less about manual labor and more about critical thinking. Technical diagnosis, continuous improvement. The goal, not just run the line, but make the line run smarter. Section 2, the evolution of office work, from processor to strategic partner. The modern office, a hub for information processing and coordination, is undergoing a quiet but seismic shift. The traditional role of an office worker has relied on managing and moving information through structured processes in administration, finance, human resources. Tasks include generating weekly reports, processing invoices, scheduling complex multi-person meetings, answering routine employee queries about benefits, compiling data from multiple spreadsheets into a single presentation. These predictable, data-intensive activities are ideal for AI-driven automation. Now picture an office worker with AI assistants integrated into their daily software. Use marketing image. An office worker at a clean, modern desk reviewing a project management dashboard organized by AI. An AI pulls data from sales systems, marketing systems, finance systems, and can generate a first draft of the weekly performance report with charts and a written summary. Another AI handles the invoice workflow, receiving the email, matching it with a purchase order, scheduling the payment, and only flags exceptions for human review. An HR chatbot answers a new hire's 401k question instantly, freeing HR for sensitive, complex issues. Automation shifts the office worker from processor to strategic partner. With data compilation handled by AI, time is freed for higher value activities. Drudgery of data compilation, routine communication. Instead of building reports, they analyze AI-generated reports, searching for the so what, the insights and trends. Building the report, analyzing the AI-generated report, looking for insights and trends. They are no longer just information conduits, they are information interpreters. Their value shifts from executing a process to improving it and deriving meaning from its output. The office worker of 2030 will spend less time in spreadsheets and more time in strategic conversations. The administrative professional becomes a workflow designer, looking for bottlenecks and opportunities for automation. The financial analyst spends less time on data entry and more time on financial modeling, advising business leaders. The HR generalist spends less time on paperwork and more time on employee development, conflict resolution, building company culture. The job becomes more analytical, more collaborative, and more focused on the human elements of judgment, communication, strategic thinking. It's a shift from doing the work to shaping the work. Section 3. The future of creative industries, from creator to curator. Creative professionals, writers, creative professionals, artists, creative professionals, musicians, creative professionals, designers.